guidance, and quite honestly they can't get their hands on the ball long enough to, even if they have the quality in the back line, to really do any damage. So they've got to rely then on Kovalenko to kick the goals.
And he played for that New Zealand team which I mispronounced, which is called
Manawatu.
Thank you very much. Let's go back to Netherdale, join Scott Hastings and John Helm.
I don't think we'll be saying the same when they play South Africa or Scotland. But they know that, and they are fearful of terrible spankings in those matches. The sunlight particularly bright at the moment, and some of the Spanish players having to shield their eyes against the sun for this kick-off. There's a little signal there from Diego Aguirre, the fly half, as we get underway again. And it's picked up by Malo. He was such a key figure in that first half, and no doubt it'll be the same in this half too. There wasn't a lot of clean ball either side. Kovalenko with the kick. Oh, a very good catch by a spectator beneath us here. Kovalenko, I think you feel, Scott, could be quite an influential figure in the remainder of this game.
We talked about his kicking skills. We just felt that perhaps if he just got the ball moving a little bit more, the Spanish backs, by bringing in Chile at fullback, they might have an opportunity. But I think the two key players out of Spain so far are certainly the captain Malo and Kovalenko that we just talked about.
The ball went forward from the Uruguayan hand. So Spain will have the put in at the penalty at the scrum. There it is.
Well, a bit of a harsh decision I would have felt there from the referee John White, but the call's been made and it's Spain's put in at the scrum.
Coming out for Alonso. The referee again unhappy. Well, he points out the offender. There you see who it is. It's Sergio Soto from Oviedo. He's a customs officer, so he's stopped a few people in his time.
Well, Soto was adjudged by taking the scrum down. Dangerous sort of play there from the Spaniards, but that's the pressure that's coming through from this Uruguayan front row.
Good touch found this time by Aguirre. What the Spanish can't afford to do is to let themselves get pushed back towards their own line, as happened when Almachea scored the one try of the half.
Well, Uruguay there in the statistics showing that they're dominating the lineouts.
They win another one. Roll the ball. And now they will fling it out, and this huge man again in the action, Lemoyne, but they've counteracted him well. Comes the other way this time. The break made by Sanchez. Joining in is the hooker Lamelas. Of course, it went that time from Aguirre. Looking a little more promising this for Uruguay as they get themselves into position and the penalty is awarded their way. Sometimes it's a little obscure why the penalties are awarded.
Good tackle there by Kovalenko, but let's see if we can see the error here. Here you see, look at the hands on the ground there. That's what the referees are pointing to. So it was handling on the deck, and the referee, Chris White, was right there. He said, handling on the deck, penalty against Spain.
Because of the angle, they look to the right boot this time of Chiara. It's very handy, Scott, when you've got two kickers, actually, one right-footed and one left-footed, bearing in mind the angles of kicks.
Well, it's also a very sensible use of resources, actually, and with this blustery conditions today, it's proving vitally important.
So this to re-establish the 7-point advantage that Uruguay once held in the first half. And I think Chiara's made a hash of it. He has. Straight into the arms of Enciso. Dash down the touchline for Pastice. Good catch made by Perez. Bundled out over the touchline. So we'll have the line out. It's a disappointing kick, actually, in the end, that penalty by Chiara.
It was, but it was also good play from Spain. The missed penalty of Chiara, and they moved the ball off their own goal line to just short of the halfway line.
That one is seen as being straight. It's Spanish hands taking on the ball. Not straight, I thought it wasn't.
Yeah, the ball went well down the Spanish line there.
It was a belated decision. So, scoreline remaining at 10-6 in Uruguayan favour, and now the break made by Omachea. They started the second half better than they started the first. I thought it took Uruguay a little while to settle in this game. Little chip over the top from Aguirre. Straight though into Spanish hands once more. Off, and now when it's reversed, following through was Aguirre, and Uruguay might have chances with Omachea again involved. Omachea, he's a vet back home in Montevideo. And one or two thoroughbreds in the Uruguayan side. They've been together for some time now. There are a lot of caps between them. Laume, for example, winning his 50th cap today, and it's the chip through by Perez. Cardoso took it, tried to side his way between two Uruguayan players moving forward. Kovalenko. Nice dummies from him. Malo gets that one away. Taken on this time by Villao. Kovalenko, they're spreading it this time. Opening up on the right, but Enciso went out to get it away. Now the break is on. The kick ahead is important here. Leading the charge is Freshila. Can he get there? Important moments these for Uruguay to defend. And defend they do, and very well too by Costabile. But applause ringing around Netherdale for this movement from Spain, which was led by Enciso.
And a super kick there, actually, to just put Uruguay under pressure. Well, they did actually go for the same ball. I thought the Spaniard there, Frechilla, had actually gone down on the Uruguayan. Would have been a penalty, but referee had judged that the ball was both being played by the same player.
Okay. Spain have the ball. Are there points ahead for them? Kovalenko, reverse ball inside. It was taken on by Ripoll. Oriol Ripoll. The advantage called for Spain and Kovalenko. Oh, the interception there. And if he'd taken that one cleanly, there would have been a run to the other end of the field by Vecino.
Well, there was no attempt to actually go for the ball there. It was just purely stop the try. But the referee had adjudged that Uruguay were actually offside from the previous play, and Kovalenko here has a great opportunity for just slotting a simple goal and another 3 points. Spain have actually started this second half quite well. They've been very enterprising. They seem to have moved the ball a little bit. Kovalenko's options of play have been putting the ball through the hands. We've seen some good work from the backs, and it's actually opened up a little bit.
So 2 out of 3, this to make it 3 out of 4. Simple enough. And they nudge just a little closer to Uruguay now. Move them on to 9, and they're within a point of the old enemy. majority of the crowd here seem to be behind Spain. Uruguay have actually got 50 or 60 supporters who've come over from France to support them. And it's all red and blue in front of us as the catch is made by De La Callier. Kovalenko getting much more of the ball in this half than he did in the first, and this is excellent play from Spain. The charge through the middle, it's taken on here by the big figure of number 7, Soto. It's a run to the line for Carlos Soto. They'll just about nail him, but as Scott Hastings was saying there, Spain are coming right to the fore in this game, and they're right back in it with a vengeance.
Well, that's been the best passage of this game today from Spain. Wonderful pass in there. Kovalenko sent the whole movement off deep in his own half.
There's a little bit of a dispute going on out there between Malo, a man who I particularly wouldn't argue with, and Alonso, who keeps wanting to run it from penalties. But that was the break made. Terrific run as well from Carlos Soto, the elder of the brothers.
You'll just see there, that's why the penalty was there. Soto had the ball, but the Uruguayans are over the top. They just killed that ball outright. And Kovalenko here has an opportunity of sticking the Spaniards ahead.
For the first time since the early minutes, he did put them 3 points to the good. Now Spain regain the lead at 12 points to 10. 2 penalties in 2 minutes from the Ukrainian. But we're seeing much more running rugby in this half, Scott.
Absolutely, the game's just opened up. Look at this, Kovalenko feints, he then gives the pass, and Chiso, wonderful run in there from Lubzenz. Soto in support, this is a good dummy, look at this, good handoff there. Excellent running, deep into 22. Good tackle from Cardozo from Uruguay, but the hands went over and spoiled the possession. Spain kicked the penalty and lead 12 points to 10.
They're singing Viva España again. It's Uruguay having to hang on a moment, but Kovalenko's kick spins straight into the arms of Perez. He too will kick cross-field, but straight into the arms of his opposite number, Ripoll. And this is great stuff from Spain. They've really got the bit between their teeth in this second half. And Fraschilia there was to the fore. You were saying you wanted to see more of him in attack. Oh. Well, that was just unfortunate. Struck his own man, and there'll be a scrum.
Yeah, exciting. This guy's an exciting runner, actually. Good hands and 2 ball there. Looks for the space, looks for the support. But he is an exciting runner. We'll look for him more in the game.
And Uruguay need to get that pack moving again. They dominated for about 20 minutes in the first half. And the pack really powered its way through. Oh, and the ball put down there. That's just what Uruguay didn't need. The guilty party was Rodrigo Sanchez.
Well, Aguirre there just put the ball not in the best position in the world, and unfortunately a knock-on there, and Spain have got the put in here on the halfway line.
Alonso. Malo! He's on the charge. Nothing Malo about him. He has been excellent again. And now, coming forward very much so is Jordi Camps, and the Spanish fans roaring their team on as they sense here maybe a victory on the horizon. Kovalenko with a long ball out. Spain with a chance. He's got to squeeze the pass away. Squeeze it away, he does. But the referee says no, 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 as Sebastian Lobsens was preparing to celebrate.
Well, here we see the play here. Excellent play. Kovalenko throws the long pass. Here's the loop right movement. Oh, it was a judge forward there. Lubzenz thought he was in for the try.
That's a very disappointed Lobsens. The wing Bastife first of all, and what a position to waste.
Well, it was a close call, that one, but the referee did adjudge it going forward. But what a swing in this game. Spain has suddenly found the confidence. Malo's had a great surge off the scrum there, fed inside to Soto.
And certainly Kovalenko has had quite a part to play as well as his Spanish improvement.
Well, we were talking at the time at half-time there about Kovalenko. He kicked a lot of ball in the first half, but he's now come out onto the plate. He's brought his backs into play, and as a result, we've seen a little bit of classy act here from the Spanish back division. And suddenly they've opened up the Uruguayans and put them under pressure.
Uruguay need ball. They need to be in the other half, but they can make a start here. They control the scrum nicely, then look to the boot once more of Aguirre. They look as though they're feeling the pressure for the first time in the game. Behind to the underdogs as we look at the line out to one on the own throw. The Uruguay very much better percentage. The important factor here initially is to throw it straight. But Uruguay have taken it from the Spanish throw. Not seen as much of a Lemoyne in this half now. We might see Aguirre though. Scrappy play. And they didn't read one another's lines very well there. So Spain looking to control it again through Kovalenko. Oh, he's ripped down onto the deck, however, by Brignoni. It'll be a penalty Uruguay's way. Just 2 points in it though, and that is the fascination of the contest, that they are so close. Who is going to collapse first? Well, now there's an opportunity for Uruguay, and it's got away by Aguirre. There's a man spare out on the left, and this is a great chance for Uruguay to get the ball out there to their left wing, Costabile. It's the furthest forward they've been in a long time. Which way to go? He goes left to his hooker Lamelas. Spain hold on. But a good riposte from the South Americans.
Yeah, there was good play throughout this particular movement. But unfortunately, the scrum half, Sciala was just bumped into touch there. Lost possession. But good play from Aguirre at fly half, number 10 for Uruguay. He's maybe taken a leaf out of Kovalenko's book from Spain. The whole game has actually opened up. It's a lot more entertaining. And certainly the crowd here are thoroughly enjoying this place. There's Aguirre there.
There's an old pal of yours.
There's Craig Chalmers, the former Scotland international, desperately unlucky not to be involved in Scotland's World Cup squad, but obviously taking in the game and enjoying himself in the sunshine there.
We're all enjoying ourselves in the excellent afternoon's entertainment at Netherdale. Beautiful conditions in which to play rugby. And the two sides seem to be responding more in this second half, responding to the crowd, I think, too.
Well, what a difference it's made, actually, you know, in the first sort of 10 minutes. Both teams have prepared to move the ball. What a more exciting game we've got.
There goes that juggernaut pack again of Uruguay, and the arm is pointed in their direction. So well, that means they're head of ball. Well,
the front row will be pleased with that one. Lamelas will be celebrating. He's got one against the tight head, so great domination by the Uruguayan scrum again.
Are they willing to move it? Talking a moment ago about the frustration of Alonso. He's ordered every time to take penalties rather than run the ball. The backs always want to run it, and the forwards are quite happy to just plough on.
Well, we know that Uruguay got the pushover scrum in the first half, and again they'll reset again. They'll go for the scrum. Omachia, number 8, he knows the calls. He knows what he wants to do.
Uruguay have been thinking of making a substitution in recent moments, but the same 15 players are out there that started the game. And again, there's a player needing treatment. This, by the way, the 4th time that these countries have met. Uruguay have won 2 of the previous meetings, and Spain 1. Now we can go ahead. Well, they definitely have an advantage there. But they've got to make it count, and they are making it count. It must be horrid to be in that Spanish scrum going backwards. Well, it's the same plot as in the first half.
Yes, Spain were guilty of actually taking that scrummage down, and no doubt the captain, Armachero, will ask them to scrum again. They actually have got the Spanish team on the racks here, and they'll be looking for a second pushover, I'm sure. A lot of communication actually going on between Sciala at number 9 for the Uruguayans, and also Aguirre, so who knows, it may actually get out to the backs.
We shall see. Up they come though. I think one thing that's been noticeable, Scott, though, the discipline's been excellent. It's something I was talking to the Uruguayan coach yesterday, Daniel Herrera, about, and he's very conscious that South Americans sometimes are regarded as not having the best of temperaments for international rugby, but they've kept their discipline well in this match.
Yeah, it's good to see. I think the referee Colmite's got a lot to do with that as well. He's been talking to the players constantly.
What to do this time? They'll go for the push again, but they're being held this time by the men in red. Same scrummage, same storyline once more. Will it have the same ending?
Well, Sanchez on the loose head there, he popped out the scrum. His head came out the scrum, so that means the referee's got to call for the scrum to actually be repositioned.
I think if All My Chairs scores again, he might as well announce his retirement. What a way to go out it would be. 2 tries in a World Cup victory, but it's not happened yet.
Now here's the front row forwards. Here he goes. Let's have a look at this scrum here. Well, the referee are judging that the front row took that down. I just felt that that was perhaps a little bit of pressure there from the Uruguayans. But Sanchez certainly under a little bit of pressure.
They might surprise everybody by whipping it out all of a sudden, but for the moment they go for the pushover. Watch for the referee's arm to be raised. Not so. Could be another scrummage now. Oh, curses on the Uruguayan side. I think they really thought they were in there.
Oh, they'll be desperately disappointed there. Look at the ball at the foot there. Armachero adjudged to have knocked the ball on there. Oh, he'll be kicking himself with that.
Riepel, I think, managed to just get a finger on it too, to deny him. Scrum turned round there. Nearly wheeled all the way around, which can happen. So the referee is on the spot to award another scrum, and the ball in this time from Alonso. Everybody anxious to get on with things. Free kick given.
Well, I think they'll go for another scrum again. God, this is unbelievable pressure here from Uruguay. I don't think I've watched a game with so many scrums in it for a long, long time, but this is obviously where the Uruguayan strength is. We've seen them take the Spanish 8 over the line only, but a knock-on. And look at the infringements at the scrum. 9 infringements. Spain have been penalised in the scrum.
Could be a record. Certainly it's a fair enough ploy for Uruguay. They know where their advantage lies, and they're trying to make it count. It's leading to 1 or 2 Spanish players going under the weather.
Well, we talked about this front row, Lamelas and the hooker of the Uruguayans, Limoni and Sanchez. They're obviously putting their opposite numbers under a huge amount of pressure. Let's not forget about the second row coupling as well, adding the weight through the scrum. It's a very competent set piece here from the Uruguayan team.
Well, they need a score, because at the moment, let me remind you, they are trailing to Spain by 12 points to 10. Yeah, again it'll be Uruguay. The scrum, it must be horrendous for those Spanish forwards. Have you ever seen anything quite like this?
Now he's calling Malo over there. He's going to have a word with him. The referee's actually said to Malo that if Spain take down another scrum, it's going to be a penalty try. They're under pressure.
Enormous, intense pressure. Uruguay looking to regain the lead in a match in which we're going to have few tries. Listen for the referee's whistle. There it is. There it is, a penalty try and under the post. So it's a clear 7-pointer here for the South Americans.
Chris White said if there was going to be another infringement in the scrum, he would penalise the Spaniards. Huge pressure here. Look at the front row, there he goes. Pops up. Number 3 for Spain, Zapatero, just felt the pressure in the scrum. He came up, the scrum disintegrated, and the referee was quite right to award the penalty try there, because that was what, 8-9 scrums there before the penalty try was awarded?
Persistent foul play will be seen as, and Aguirre will take his 2 points, and it will move the score on into Uruguay's favour at 17-12. But they needed that, because the longer the game went and they were 2 points adrift, the more difficult it would have been for them.
Yeah, well, Spain have got to recognise they've got to stay away from the scrummages. I feel they've got to move the ball. And Kovalenko here, who's just about to kick the ball off, he's important to Spain today to make sure he actually moves the ball a lot more.
We are going to have replacements coming on for Uruguay here, and for Spain too. The newcomers will be Agustin Ponce de Leon and Nicolas Grige for Uruguay. And Spain's very tall figure of Oscar Astaloa is on, and so is number 22 Diego Faposa. Mario Lame is one of the Uruguayans going up. He's just taken his scrum cuff off. And also off for them is Nicolas Brignoni. A kiss and a salute. It's all happiness on the Uruguayan side at the moment. As an old friend would have been saying, they'll be dancing in the streets of Montevideo tonight if it stays like this. So Spain are attacking this Fairydean end, where the local football club, Gala Fairydean, plays most Saturday afternoons, but not today. And Kovalenko's figured again in this movement, so is Lobsenz now. Lobsenz, one of those who plays in France, offside, given by referee White. And Spain can hit straight back here, and they've shown an ability close to the line, which they try to build on now through Jose Dia. Across the line, Kovalenko spins. He's never scored a try for his country, but he looks pretty fleet of foot today. Well, can Uruguay be caught out by Kovalenko? Oh, not a great ball, and the whistle's gone. Offside. And so Kovalenko surely will go for the 3 points.
Yeah, Kovalenko wasting possession here. This was a poor pass. A pass to no one, but the Uruguayans were adjudged to be offside, and Kovalenko has got the simplest of kicks here in front of the post.
Unlike Senor Quesada yesterday, he doesn't take too long over his kicks. There we go, 3 more points, thank you very much. And it's 17-15, building up very nicely.
Well, it's been close all the way through, and Kovalenko's just put his side very much in touch with the Uruguayans.
But they are supporting Spain. 2 points adrift. Catch this time is by Villarreal. Referee ordering the scrum half Alonso to stay exactly where he was. Otherwise he would have been offside. There is Alonso now. He put Kovalenko into possession. Bastife fell on it. Well, Kovalenko again. He's certainly figured much more prominently in this half. That's a towering kick. Seemed to touch the hand actually there of Lamelas, but he was allowed to just go on and pick it up. The crowd warming to this battle, and they've certainly warmed to all my chair here, the 40-year-old. Uruguay now, the ball in the hands of Cardoso, and then out to his left wing, Costabile. Kick ahead, and the opposite wing, Bastife, is back there to put the ball into the Heriot Watt University.
Oh, nice play there. This is a good run, good chip ahead, but there was nothing. Francilasi stood his ground. The referee adjudged it was accidental, and as a result, Spain conceded the line out in their own 22. Well, we've talked about the domination of the Uruguayan scrums, but they've also been dominating the lineouts as well.
Here comes Fernando Sosa Dia, who is going to replace Chiara. So the third of the Uruguayan substitutions made in the last 5 minutes. The end of Chiara's afternoon, but there's that familiar drive from Uruguay, and this time the referee's whistle brings yet another opportunity for them. Will it be their penalty? There was a punch thrown apparently in there. We might see it here. There we go. Oops, that's the boy. Well spotted by referee White. Jose Miguel Vilio was the pugilist. The fans here would love to see a try. We've only had the one so far this afternoon, apart from the penalty try, of course. It'd be nice to see the backs get into it.
Well, you don't need a crystal ball to know what Uruguay are going to do off this scrum.
So close. Same scrummage. Well, it's quite incredible. That time in the opponent's half, 2/3 of the match has been spent in the Spanish territory.
And I think of that majority of time has actually been spent scrummaging.
I'm going to say about 10 yards out. It's a good job they've been practicing this particular art of the game. Oh. And a long last, there is relief for Spain, to the horror of the Uruguayans. They've wasted all that time. Well, one more score for Spain would be good enough for them. They're only 2 points behind. And if anything, they've had the cleaner breaks. Play on, says the referee. Play on they will do. It was... the man driving on was Zazuka. Penalty for Spain. A lot of penalties in this game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of play on the deck, but Alonso at scrum half for Spain, he's been very enterprising. They've got themselves out their own 22, and Kovalenko's going to kick for touch.
He's not going to find it. Oh, well, the ball put down. Well, that was a fumble they certainly couldn't afford there from Martin Perez. Not the best of kicks from Kovalenko either, was it?
Well, it's not exactly textbook either. That an error there, but he's been good under the high ball today, apart from that error there. But Spain's showing plenty of enterprise in this game to stay within it.
Yes, they are. It goes from Alonso, picked out by Malo. Well, he was in front of the player there. Malo looked horror-stricken. And so it will be Uruguay's ball here as they attempt to make another double substitution. So 5 of the replacements on already. Going off this time will be Diego Lamelas and Pablo Lemoyne. And coming on, numbers 21 and 22, Guillermo Storacci and Francisco de los Santos. Constantly changing personnel. So the hooker and the tight head prop have changed. Uruguay needs some more inspiration, but they have the lead, remember, albeit by just 2 points. Catch made by Frechilla. Run straight into the shoulder of Perez. The Uruguay's coming up quickly there as Enciso got his pass away.
Oh, I really felt there that Enciso made the wrong option there by putting his outside backs under pressure. Uruguay had more men in the tackle and the contact situation, and Uruguay won a very important scrum here. Here we go, Enciso decides to run the ball, throws the dummy, and there's only 2 players out there for Spain, and well wrapped up there.
Such a familiar pattern to this game at the moment. Uruguay driving forward, not showing a great deal of ambition to get the ball out to their 3/4. But they do have the wisdom of the advantage of a 2-point lead. They can just hold on to maybe. Now they might encourage somebody to come in from the back line. It was a forward pass, however, as it went to Costabile. Well spotted by the referee. The manoeuvre just seemed to go all wrong.
It's awfully slow ball here. Here's Aguirre. Just poor lines of running there. Costabile coming in off his own wing to take the contact there, but he was ahead of the ball.
Well, the pass got away with 1 or 2 things they certainly won't get away with in their next 2 matches. If you look at the scrums there, the advantage very much to Uruguay. Spain have it. They need some inspiration. Kovalenko maybe the man to provide it. He kicks ahead. He was taken out of the game as he did, but coming back to fall on the ball is Perez. Spain ordered to let go by the referee. So always they're willing to accept the ball on Machea. Revelling in his first World Cup finals match at the age of 40. Over the top from Aguirre. Oh, and Kovalenko got in the eye line of his own man Cardoso there. And that was not good play. So twice there's been too many cooks. Just managing to hold on to the ball with Sanchez. It'll be fired out to the left, surely. The score here, maybe. And the man who's made the break is Cardoso. And Cardoso races over for what may well be a clinching score for Uruguay. Alfonso Cardoso scores the best try of the match by 1,000,000 miles. Lovely play.
Well, at last they opened it out. That was a good play. But really, the mistake actually came earlier on, but super pass here and misses out. And Cardoso shows a great turn of foot there, rounds his man. And he's got the space and the pace to dive for the corner. Great try. Interesting enough there, it was Perez who gave the long pass there, but also in that particular movement earlier on for the Uruguayans was Sanchez, the prop. He was playing fly half.
But he skated round Ripoll, and with a moment to savour from the game, and Uruguay have edged themselves into a 7-point advantage, the best they've had for some time.
Well, the try actually came from a mix-up from Frechilla at fullback, and also Kovalenko, who spilled the ball. That allowed Uruguay to actually gain possession.
Spain are preparing to bring on Alfonso Mata, number 8 forward. This is the most difficult position of all for a left-footed kicker. Dreadful angle for the left-footed Aguirre. Well, they're asking about bringing a new kicker on at this stage. It is a horrible position for Aguirre, who's left-footed, to take the kick, and they're just asking the referee if it's possible to bring on somebody else to kick the goal, presumably who's right-footed. If you're picking up what the referee is saying, but he's asking the doctor to check whether somebody is fit or not. This is a very strange occurrence. The number 16 for Uruguay there is Juan Menchaca. What's happening is that Diego Aguirre has said that he's got an injury and is not fit to kick the ball, and yet he's the man over there charged with the responsibility of taking the conversion kick, and they're asking if somebody else can come on to replace him at this stage, and the referee has said yes they can, and a substitute is going to come on, and presumably his first action will be to attempt to add 2 points to the try. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, that's pretty unique actually, but that means with Aguirre going off, he's off for the rest of the game, so Uruguay will have a new fly half by the name of Menchaca.
Close, Scott. Menchaca. Can he kick goals? We shall soon discover. There's some substitution if he does. He's got the height. It's not quite got the angle. Well, it would have been a dream introduction for him. But Uruguay will settle for the try that they scored through Alfonso Cardoso. And he's given us a magical moment. That was the confusion there with Kovalenko and Frashilia. And then when it was fired out, Sanchez, and then into the line came Cardoso, and he left them for dead. Excellent score. Spain have brought on Alfonso Mata in place of Jose Diaz. But is that the turning point of the match, Scott? That's right.
Well, I really feel as though Uruguay have really got to wrap this game up, because Spain are almost out of it, but Kovalenko will be wanting to get... I just feel that Spain have actually just got to start moving the ball and look for space.
They have the ball. It wasn't straight. It is a problem, isn't it, to this World Cup? The lineouts have to be straight. They're going to be pretty strict on that one.
Yeah, it was right down the Spanish side there, and the referee's got no other option but to give Uruguay the option of the scrum or line out again, and of course Uruguay have gone for the scrum.
What else would they do? They've been internal, but at long last they are running it, and they're running it with some confidence. Oh, that's a shame that the whistle goes there, because good advancement had been made by Martin Mendaro, whose nickname, by the way, is Tickler. I won't ask too much about that. Now there's Spain coming back sharply. Excellent play from them, involving Ripoll. And then his centre partner, Enciso. Still shining over Netherday here in Galashiels, but is there anything for Spain to mark? No, it's an interception here, and Uruguay may well be on their way to another score, and it's the substitute who's been on the field a matter of moments, and he's going to score it, and he flings himself over the line for the glory, and Juan Menchaca scores and raises his arms to the heaven. He can't believe it. Uruguay are home and dry. And what's a substitution?
Well, Cavalobo passes the ball. Number 12 there, Lubezens, and Menchaca, who's only been on the pitch literally less than 5 minutes, sprints almost the length of the field to score a try, and undoubtedly the try that wraps up the game.
That's what he thinks about it. Well, he was in the right place at the right time, and there's nothing more despairing for a big forward like Barbosa than to have to chase a man like that, knowing you're never going to catch him. Well, I think we can say that Uruguay have won the Battle of the Minnows, which is what these two are regarded as. They were expected to win, especially in the light of a recent triumph over Spain and Italy. Now, can Menchaca complete his day? Dreadful angle for him. Good kick, but it's going the wrong side of the uprights. But he won't care too much about that. He knows that try is going to be replayed a time or two in Montevideo tonight.
Well, here we are. We've got Kovalenko feeds Lubzenz. He's the man. 2 hands under pressure. Puts the wide ball on. It didn't reach Bastide on the wing there. And number 16, the replacement, Menchaca, scores a great try to literally seal the game for Uruguay.
There's nothing more spectacular than an interception try. It's demoralising for the opposition, but Spain try to lift themselves again here now. Kovalenko's been neat in everything he's done, especially in this half. Lending his weight to this move is Jody Camps. Kovalenko again, right to his left, for the despairing boot of the Spanish player. Pasteloa was the last act of the game here. International rugby has arrived at Netherdale with a victory for Uruguay, and no one celebrating more than Diego Omaichea, the captain, who got them on the score sheets with a try in the first half. But the abiding memories of this match were with the try scored by Cardoso and Menchaca in the latter stages of the game. But Scott Hastings, I think Uruguay ran out deserved winners in the end.
Well, they did, and obviously the pressure that was told in the Uruguayan 8 on the Spanish 8 was the foundation of a very, very good victory today. And quite honestly, what a super game of rugby we had, and it certainly sparked a few ripples of applause throughout the ground here with that second half performance. I felt sorry as well, though, for Spain. I felt Kovalenko actually went ahead and opened up the game a little bit. It was entertaining, and it was the Uruguayan strength up front that resulted in the victory.
We'll take another break there, and then we'll hear a little bit more from Jamie Salmon and Gareth Edwards. We are back in a moment.
The referee looks at his watch and blows the final whistle.
Choice.
I can do your porridge, scrambled, fried, boiled, baked or coddled.
Everything's got it.
We've got engine red, flame red, brick red, blood red.
Cafe mocha, mini chocolate mocha.
So at the Halifax, they've come up with a new mortgage that's jam-packed with choice.
You can make small payments, big payments, or no mortgage payments for a while.
Wet perm, shaggy perm, spiral perm.
Sunset red, sunrise red.
You pay back a bit, the whole lot, or borrow some more.
Scarlet.
Mini mega milky mocha.
And you can keep on making choices. It's up to you.
Well, they seem to have got the hang of this choice thing. Halifax Extra Choice Mortgages. You can call us up, click on our website, come in.